The success of Spider-Man films cannot be separated from the acting of Tom Holland as the actor of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. With so much fame comes a lot of female attention, even from the most prominent female celebrities. And when you're as cute as Tom Holland, people often cannot stop talking about you. From his real-life love interest to a co-star who's twice her age, in this video we're gonna look at some of the biggest female celebrities who have thirsted over Tom Holland. There are some amazing facts about our favourite Spider-Man at the end too, so stay tuned for that. Let's begin. Zendaya. Zendaya and Tom Holland were dubbed the perfect couple long before those pictures of them sharing a sneaky kiss emerged. In fact, it all began when they were cast alongside each other in the lead roles for Spider-Man Homecoming, with Tom in the role of Peter Parker and Zendaya as Michelle Jones. The two have grown together and have been part of multiple films, with another coming soon. Zendaya has always liked Tom, as we can see from her interviews that she's always praising him. They've been great friends for a long time, and now lovers too. Tom and Zendaya made headlines multiple times. Zendaya has told reporters that she's very lucky to have any kind of relationship with Tom, as he's a great human. The chemistry that Holland shares with Zendaya is a big reason why the on-screen duo works well together, and in a new interview with Backstage, Holland goes into detail about how much Zendaya has helped his career and life. After naming Robert Downey Jr. as his first choice for an acting mentor, Holland cited Zendaya's influence. Laura Harrison. Liz, played by Laura Harrison in Spider-Man Homecoming, was Peter's love interest, but some people believe that their relationship went on to thrive outside the big picture. During the interviews for the movie, Laura was always seen complimenting Tom Holland and went even as far as saying in an interview that he was her favourite actor. Tom, sitting next to her, couldn't help but shout out loud. In another interview, she told everyone else she was pretty nervous at a screen test, but Tom helped her a lot. Even though Laura is 7 years older than Tom, she seems to like him a lot. In an interview with Disney Channel for their special feature, A Fan's Guide to Superman Homecoming, Holland and Harriet gushed about each other. Harriet emphasized how great it was to work with Holland. She said, "We've had so much fun on set together. We've become really good friends. It's just a great experience working together." Elizabeth Olsen. Tom Holland and Elizabeth Olsen both star in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it seems like she kinda likes the cutest boy in Hollywood. Even though the two actors are 8 years apart in age, there seems to be some chemistry between them. Tom has also said he used to have a massive crush on Olsen. Olsen, on the other hand, is a huge Spider-Man and Tom Holland fan. She has said in an interview that she'd love to work with him and that Tom has great energy. Olsen even went as far as saying that he's the greatest Spider-Man until now, which is a pretty controversial thing to say among fans. She must really like Tom. In an interview with Collider, Holland also revealed that he's a huge fan of the show WandaVision and Olsen. He was asked to choose one love interest from Marvel, and he went with Scarlet Witch, who is played by Olsen. Tom said, "She's pretty hot." So we guess the chemistry between them is definitely there. All these amazing women, but there's only one person Tom Holland thirsts for. Can you guess who? We'll let you know at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Chantel Jeffries. This case might not be an act of flirting, but sometimes facial expressions say it all. Chantel Jeffries is a 28-year-old American DJ, record producer, actress, model, and YouTube personality. She's thought to be one of the hottest girls in the industry right now. One day, in her Instagram stories, she played a game in her Instagram story where the app suggested who she would make a great couple with. The name came out to be Tom Holland. She didn't have to say anything, as her thirsty face expression said it all. That definitely shows her love for Tom Holland. Poor her, Zendaya has already snatched our favourite Spider-Man. Naomi Watts. The next celebrity on our list is the iconic 51-year-old King Kong actress Naomi Watts. Now you must be thinking, why would someone as old as her thirst over a boy half her age? But you'll be surprised to hear what I'm going to tell you. Naomi is a very decorated actress who had the chance to be one of the co-stars of Tom Holland in the movie The Impossible. She may not have thirsted for him because he was probably a teenager back then, but she definitely liked him enough to praise him. In an interview, she kept going on and on about how Tom was such a great experience. Even though he's much younger, Tom was very confident, which is extremely hot. He told Naomi to trust her so they could get closer and understand and play their roles better. Naomi also said she was pretty impressed by Tom's devotion to his jobs, and he never rested until the shot was perfect. She also loved hanging on to him in some of the scenes. Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley is one of Tom's co-stars in the film Chaos Walking. Ridley is a decorated actress who has played her roles beautifully in the Star Wars series. She's not much older than Tom and enjoys almost the same amount of fame as him. When the news came out of them starring in Chaos Walking, it was a fan favourite moment. Their first ever meetup wasn't all that great, as Ridley recalled. They met on a plane, and because they didn't know each other, the whole plane ride was awkward. However, they ended up becoming friends and Ridley got to know what a great guy Tom is. She told how impressed she was with him and said Tom was a gracious man in an interview. She went on to say that it was a privilege to work with such a famous and fan favourite actor. In another interview, Ridley recalled how sweet Tom was to his fans. When fans would come to meet him on set, Tom would be very nice to them. He never put on an act and actually loves being with fans. This can melt any woman's heart, so it's no wonder Ridley fell in love with him right away. Cindy Kimberly. Cindy Kimberly is another famous model who was a big Tom Holland fan. Like Chantal Jeffries, Cindy was playing the same game on Instagram stories when the app suggested that she would make a great couple with Tom Holland. When Cindy saw the same, she gave a pretty thoughtful and thirsty smile, which showed that she definitely has hots for Tom Holland. And who wouldn't? Just look at his cute face and amazing body. Would you believe it if we told you that Tom was actually bullied in his school for learning ballet? Yep, really. Little Tom Holland once had a desire to play Billy Elliot in musical theatre, but at that time, Tom was very young and didn't have the experience to participate. Hence, he trained hard for 2 years and finally got the war he wanted. One part of the exercise that he does is ballet. When his schoolmates played rugby, the ballet was not cool for boys. Because of this, Tom was often bullied by other friends because he had activities that were different from other boys. At 7 years old, Tom Holland was diagnosed with dyslexia, which is a disease of difficulty reading and writing, until finally Tom's parents decided to enroll Tom in a private school. And at that seriously ill-inducing time, ballet became his turning point. Even so, Tom is still very happy with the ballet training he's been doing. Even the ballet training that he undertook is very influential for his career today. How else do you think he's able to swing like that in Spider-Man movies? All these beautiful women, but Tom Holland only loves one person, and that's Chris Pratt. Shocked? We're not kidding. The best thing about working as part of the MCU is all the other talented actors you get to work alongside. That's what happened with Chris Pratt and Tom Holland too, actors who liked and respected each other immensely from the get-go. However, just because the two actors had a lot of fun working together doesn't mean they were the most efficient at getting things done. Tom Holland actually got a message from the director saying that he needed to focus because he kept laughing between and even during takes. It turns out he found Chris Pratt so funny that he was struggling to stay in character during scenes that they had together. How funny is that? That's it for today, folks. What do you think about Tom Holland, and do you also believe he's dating Zendaya? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.